I'm sorry, Claire, what are you having trouble with? Okay, give me just 1 second, okay? Looking at DGP Wednesday. We have to put in some brackets, right? Where did you all put in your brackets? There are brackets for the I didn't yet because we don't have our brackets yet. What brackets do we have? Huh? How many brackets are we going to have? How many clauses do we have? We have 2 clauses, so we should have 2 sets, 4 brackets. Where are we putting them? Here. Okay. Where was your one here at? Before when is a good place to start? Because it is in one of our clauses. Where are we going to put another bracket? You put one after little, so you're saying this is a clause on its own? You're saying when Ansley's brother Beck was little. That's a clause? When Ansley's brother Beck was little. Do you have a subject and a verb there? Okay, fantastic. I'm just asking. So where are we putting our other brackets at? His favorite movie was Jungle Book. I'm putting a bracket after each word. Okay, before his and after Jungle Book. Like that? You said no automatically and you did not look. That's good. You're all right with that one? Okay, Claire. All right. So now one of the things that Nolan said that he's absolutely right on is that, remember, we have to take this box right here and we have to copy it and paste it over our clauses so that each clause has a box over it, right? You remember us discussing that and the reason why that's important? Because we have 2 separate clauses, we need to make sure that they are separated out. Just somewhere over the clauses. It doesn't have to be perfectly centered. If you decide that you want it perfectly centered, you are more than welcome to make sure that happens. Yep. So, looking at when Ansley's brother Beck was little, is that a dependent clause or an independent clause? Does it make sense on its own or does it need help? Why dependent? You're right. It doesn't say when. Well, it doesn't in this clause. So that's what makes it dependent. And this one, because we're talking about time and space, anytime you talk about time and space or location, you're talking about an adverb. You're changing a verb. So this one's an adverb dependent clause. So his favorite movie was The Jungle Book. Does that one stand on its own and make sense? Yes. You have to have one independent clause in every sentence. That is your independent clause. So now you have a dependent clause and an independent clause, right? What type of sentence do we have? Simple would just be an independent clause by itself. A compound would be more than one independent clause. A complex is a dependent clause and an independent clause. And then a compound complex is more than one independent and at least one dependent clause. Complex. Is anyone asking this as a question? Robbie, you're playing a game. You're not doing anything that would relate to it. So, are you going to ask this as a, when Ansley's brother Beck was little, his favorite movie was Jungle Book? That's a terrible way to ask a question. Would you yell this at anyone? You need to have help if you say yes. So looking at a complex is either imperative or it's declarative. Declarative. We're just simply stating the fact. Any questions on DGP Wednesday? Any concerns about DGP Wednesday? You're concerned for Ainsley's brother Beck because his name's Beck? Fair enough. It was a great